Am I the butthole for hacking my mom's Instagram to see if she violated NDA? I'm a nanny for a high-profile family. I signed a very extensive and strict NDA. Anyone directly involved in my life, mom, dad, sis, and husband, also signed an NDA. The nanny family recommended this, to talk about the job without getting into any legal trouble or putting them at risk. Recently ran into one of my parents' neighbors, Amber, at the park. Amber asked how the new job was going, then proceeded to ask specifics about how it must be working for a family where the parents are, insert their jobs here. A direct violation of the NDA and something I could be fired and sued for. My dad isn't the sharing type, like at all, so I figured it was probably my mom. I asked her about it in a casual "Hey, how's Amber" way. I said I ran into Amber at the park and that it was odd because she knew details about my job without me telling her. My mom simply shrugged and said, "That's funny. Maybe she Googled? Or saw something on social media?" My dad and sister absolutely hate Amber. They essentially said hell would have to freeze over before they spoke to her willingly. My dad ended our convo where I asked him about it by saying, "The only thing I know about her is that her son just made partner at a law firm in New York and is making bank, and that's only because mom saw it on Instagram and told me about it." Right then, I knew my mom lied to me and it was her. She and Amber love to one-up each other with their children's success, and I also just landed a great new job. I asked my mom about it again and she told me that I was being dramatic, making stuff up, and that she would never do that to me. My mom doesn't text people, only DMs on Instagram. I know her password, so logged in to check her messages. There was an extremely long DM to Amber where she shared their professions, children's names, ages, private school, general locations of their homes, how they pay really well, etc. Everything that we are legally not allowed to say, she said. I called her immediately and said that I logged into her DMs and saw the message she sent Amber that was a violation. She started screaming at me about how she is supposed to be able to trust her daughter. She can't believe I hacked into her Instagram, that mothers should be allowed to brag about their children, and then she hung up. It has been a week without contact between the two of us. We used to speak every single day. I'm starting to believe that maybe I'm the here for violating her trust like that. My husband says if anyone violated trust here it is her, and that I gave her ample opportunity to tell the truth before I intervened and sought out the truth myself. He constantly reminds me that they could sue us into the ground, and fire me, for endangering my nanny family's well-being. Because truthfully, Amber could easily be a psycho fan or sell the information to someone who is. So, am I the butthole? NTA, your mom crossed the line and could end up costing you your job. I would be livid. And could end up costing you your job. And it could put the kids at risk if they're high profile enough that the nanny's whole family had to sign NDAs and info on them is private enough that it could be sold to the media. Came here to say that it would have been bad enough, breach of a legal contract, to share that you work for the parents and what they do, but sharing detailed info on the kids? That's irresponsible in my opinion. You have every right to be pissed off and you're absolutely NTA. Glad to hear you have a lawyer and are sorting this out. Hope you keep your job. Keep us updated. She shared the general locations of their homes. I'm screaming. Also, I think you can unsend messages on Instagram? If that's possible, then I'd see if you can delete it so at least this other lady can't go back and access this. Hopefully she's not such an that she would screenshot it. Yes, you can definitely unsend messages, in the app, not sure about the site of PC. This is a great idea, if mom hasn't changed her password. Absolutely shouldn't, it's evidence that it wasn't her that broke the NDA. Op's mom signed the NDA as well, it wasn't just and so those messages could be what save Op's job. Then she should screenshot it and send it to herself via email before unsending it so that Amber or Big Mouth Mom can't copy and paste it. Evidence is good, leaving it out there are irresponsible. I agree with this move best. Mom signed the NDA. Mom can be sued. Original post is legally not at fault. Unless original post has contractual obligation to report mom to client and doesn't. Then she is complicit and equally liable. They may not be able to sue her for violating the NDA, but they sure as hell can fire her. And if original post might have gotten a great reference to another job like this, that's out the window too. This 100%. Nearly all of my private childcare jobs came from the recommendations of families that previously employed me. Instead of looking in local babysitting/nanny groups, they would ask their friends for help in finding someone trustworthy enough. Once you gain the trust of at least one family, they'll happily brag about you to all their friends with kids. Absolutely. I worked for a couple of high-profile families, years ago, and at one point we couldn't leave the house for weeks due to excessive paparazzi. Those folks can be relentless and scary. And never, never, never share any private information with your mom ever again. Second this. Third this. All in favor say? Aye. Aye. This. Also, if your mother gave you her password, she was explicitly expecting you to be able to go into her account. You didn't hack it. NTA. Yeah, I have my mom's password and permission to read her messages. I don't, I guess because that's not exciting, and how she wants me to manage her accounts if she passes away. If I thought my mom broke such a trust, I think I'd be reading as well. I wouldn't often recommend snooping, but in this case I think it was warranted because mom was lying about something very major. NTA. Her mom even told original post where she did it. She said maybe Amber saw it somewhere on social media. The high-profile family wouldn't be posting it on social media. And neither should anyone who has signed the NDAs, so how would she know it was social media? Not only costing original post the job, but by giving such intimate details about this family she put the children in danger. These kinds of rules exist because of people who will try to manipulate or stalk the children to get to the parents. This is all absolutely not okay, and original post is right to take it seriously. Exactly this. When I was a kid, we had to have security stay at the house for a time because when you have a high-profile job, you become a target, and moreover, your family becomes a target. Fortunately, I was young enough not to understand the severity of the situation, but it is scary how flippant someone can be with other people's lives for the sake of a one-up. This. NTA. Your mother took action that could result in legal repercussions. She is stupider than I thought if she sees nothing wrong with doing so. You need to sit her down and force her to listen to you about this crap, and how what she did could result in being sued for, I assume, everything she owns. Her actions were stupid, and if she does so again, you will no longer be sharing any information about any jobs in which you get. She needs to apologize for putting your job and financial well-being at risk, and she needs to mean it. If she does not, well, she wants to give you the cold shoulder because she effed up and you caught her? Time to return the treatment. Don't speak to her. Don't respond to her calls or texts or emails or Instagram DMs. Don't even act like she exists when she's around you. Ignore her 100%, if she refuses to see what she did was wrong. I don't even think mom warrants an again. Original post should immediately stop sharing information. I agree, but original post might not, hence again, if I was original post I'd just stop speaking to her altogether. If you can't trust your own mother with information, why bother adding her to the NDA if she's just going to ignore it? I also wouldn't share information with anyone stupid enough to sign an NDA and then immediately violate it. Does mom not know that signing the NDA means that the family can sue her for telling Amber all that information about their children? Not just crossed the line and could cost you your job. Your mother repeatedly disrespected and belittled you by going against your explicit request to not discuss your job, leave the legalities aside, so she could brag about her child. That is so incredibly selfish and narcissistic. They can sue the ever-loving crap out of Op. Amber has probably already blabbed to people that she knows someone whose daughter nannies for, celebrity, and possibly tried to make money off that by contacting tabloids. The rich and famous have lawyers on retainer who live for things like this. Original post is so screwed. And dollars to donuts, her mom won't take responsibility when this all blows up and blame Amber. NTA, but mom sure is. Amber already blabbed to Op. She sure as crap is already telling other people too. NTA, what a horrible thing for your mom to do. If I were a lawyer writing NDAs for the rich and famous, I would totally offer money to the people who read the tips sent to tabloids to contact me if someone was trying to sell info about my client/s. Honestly, wouldn't it have been more impressive to just say, yeah, my daughter got such a cool job we all had to sign NDAs? This mom could have had her silly conversation in some way without crossing the line, she just didn't care. Tuh. Agreed. You mom crossed the line and could end up getting sued. Because as we all know, an NDA is a legally binding document. The fact that she doesn't take that seriously and is happy to let you lose your job because her horse is bigger than her mate's horse is ridiculous. Also, your reputation could be affected. Agreed. Your husband is bang on the money here, Op. She put your job in jeopardy for some petty squabble with someone who doesn't matter. Your mother had plenty of opportunities to tell you the truth, but she didn't. She is angry because she knows she is in the wrong, too. Let her come to you, but don't think for 1 second that you are the a-hole here. Agreed. NTA. Op's mom is completely in the wrong. How can she talk about trust when she broke Op's first? As someone who works with children, I am horrified about all the personal information she gave to Amber about the children. Confidentiality and safeguarding alarm bells just started ringing in my head when I read that part. Full names and name of school, scared face, that's such a big no-no concerning children, I can't even, seriously just shocked. NTA. I would recommend a SIA and tell the family what your mom did and how you responded so that they know you didn't have anything to do with it. Honestly, if I were Op, I'd consider telling them what happened and how you have handled it, and also tell them to take her to court for breaking the NDA. Unless mom gets some consequences for what she did, she'll just keep doing it. That's the part that kills me. She should face consequences because she's a grown-ass adult and should know better. She's also my mom, though, you know? Hard to separate the two. Honestly, I doubt I'll lose my job because of my mom sharing the info. There's a stipulation about how I can share any information pertaining to my job, with the exception of work or health-related issues, with those who also signed an NDA, aka my mom, husband, dad, and sis. That way I can have someone to vent to. Technically, my mom violated her NDA, I didn't violate mine. It's the violation of trust with the family that might get me fired because someone I love betrayed them. That's hard to cope with. If I get fired for that, then I'll understand. I love the family/kids and just want what's best for them. If that's not me because of this, then I'll accept it. She's also my mom, though, you know? Hard to separate the two. Yeah, I can understand the conflicted feelings. It's never good when a parent shows you that they can't be trusted with a specific thing, even if you can trust them in other stuff, especially when it might negatively impact your livelihood. If mom gets in touch with you, tell her from me, a random Redditor, that she missed a huge bet in one-upping Amber. All she had to do is tell Amber, oh, I cannot talk about what Frito X2 is doing. The whole family had to sign NDAs, it's very hush-hush. And then change the subject. Amber would still be fuming. The ultimate flex, what my kid does is so much better that I legally can't talk about it. Lamau, yes, that's exactly what I would do. Flex something without telling them what it is. Edit. Holy crap, I didn't expect this to blow up this quick. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, back when I was doing some crap on classified government programs, my parents loved to brag that I couldn't talk about my job, because it was all classified top secret. It was, but it was also super boring and dull stuff. Much more interesting sounding to just tell people, I'm sorry, my job is classified and I can't talk about what I'm working on. Oh man, if that ain't the truth. Friends, oh wow, you work on top secret stuff? You must have so many cool secrets. Mental flashback to the 4-hour safety briefing about not tripping over wires, and only opening one filing cabinet drawer at a time. Yeah, super cool. LMFAO. Sorry, that information requires top-level clearance that you don't have. Beautiful. NTA, your husband is right. She literally could ruin your lives with that information. Exactly. And how dare is she to talk about mother-daughter trust? She breached it herself. The audacity of this woman. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this woman. No. You came so close. DARVO? For those not in the know, DARVO is an acronym used to describe a common strategy of abusers. The abuser will deny the abuse ever took place, then attack the victim for attempting to hold the abuser accountable, then they will lie and claim that they, the abuser, are the real victim in the situation, thus reversing the victim and offender. Thank you. Never heard of this acronym before, but it's obviously spot on. The only here is your mom. What pisses me off the most is that not only did she violate the NDA, she went as far as telling this lady the name of the school and the general location of their home. Why the F would that even be a part of the conversation? Let me be clear, none of the information should have been spilled, but especially not that. And really, it's not something she should be bragging about. It's your job, not hers. I'll never understand people who brag about their adult children as if it's really a reflection of them. It's not. Also, I truly hope you took screenshots of the DMs and sent them to your phone. That's the only thing that is going to protect you. You need the proof that it was your mom who broke the agreement, not you. If I were you, I'd be completely transparent and let the family know what happened, because if something happens and they find out that you knew your mom did this and didn't tell them, they're probably definitely going to fire you. Edit, words. Her bragging about her kid's job is possibly going to cost her kid the job. The idiocy and audacity of this woman. Not only that, but she lied about it. Now she's just guilty and trying to shift the blame. NTA. That's the gaslight way. Do something to F with you and then ask why you're so damn mad. Not only is Op's mom clearly in the wrong here, but she lied to her and broke her, gaslit her, then has the audacity to say that original post is the one who broke the trust? Sorry to say original post, but I would personally tell the family and recommend they sue. Either that or outright tell your mother that you are considering this, since her continuing to tell anyone that information could literally ruin your life. She needs to get a clue. Fast. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.